Last month, a 68-year-old couple came to the cruise port with their mobility scooter. They were excited. This cruise was their dream vacation. They had sailed before. Same ship, same cabin, same cruise line. But this time, something went wrong. Security stopped them at the terminal. They were not allowed to get on the ship. The rules had changed. No one told them. Their vacation ended right there before it even started. This is not just one story, it is happening more and more. Cruise lines have quietly changed many rules. These changes affect people over 65 the most. Some of these new rules can save you a lot of money. Other rules can stop you from boarding the ship, or even make you leave the cruise early. You may ask yourself, could this happen to me, even if I have cruised many times before? In this video, I will explain what has changed, how it affects senior cruisers, and what steps you should take before your next cruise. This way, you learn the rules at home, not at the port. Welcome to Quick Cruise Tips. Grab a cup of coffee or tea, relax and listen carefully. A few minutes now can save you stress, money, and disappointment later. So, let's start with the first rule that every senior should know before even packing a bag. Rule number 1 is, honestly, super important. If your scooter is too wide, your cruise can actually end right there at the terminal. A 72-year-old woman in Florida, she learned this lesson the hard way. She had used the same scooter on 5 cruises before, never had a problem at all, but then, one day at the Miami cruise terminal, security stopped her. Her scooter was 24 inches wide, but the cabin door was only 22 inches wide. That small difference, just those 2 inches, was enough to cancel her cruise. You know, cruise lines really don't talk much about this rule. If your scooter can't fit through a normal cabin door, you actually have to book an accessible cabin. If you don't, they can, refuse boarding. It doesn't matter if you've used the scooter before, or even how many cruises you've taken. There are simply no exceptions at the port. A lot of seniors think, hey, it worked last time, so it'll work again, but honestly, the rules are just stricter now. Cruise lines decided to change these rules after safety drills. They discovered that large scooters can block hallways during emergencies, which can actually stop people from getting out safely. On most ships, a normal cabin door is about 22 inches wide, while an accessible cabin door is about 32 inches wide. That extra space, believe it or not, can really save lives. So, the work starts at home. Go ahead and grab a tape measure. Measure your scooter at the widest point, and don't forget to include armrests and mirrors. You'll want to do the same for walkers or wheelchairs just to be sure. Next, give the cruise line a call. Ask if your device fits through your cabin door. If it turns out it does not fit, you really have 2 choices. You can book an accessible cabin, or you can rent a smaller scooter that meets cruise rules. Some cruise lines actually work with scooter rental companies that deliver approved scooters right to the ship. These scooters are safe and they fit through doors. The cost is usually a few $100s, which is honestly much cheaper than losing your whole cruise. When you call the cruise line, be clear. Say, I need to confirm that my cabin door is wide enough for a mobility device that is this many inches wide. This makes the cruise line give you a clear answer. If they cannot promise it, you should change your plan before it is too late. Now, here is another common problem: missing your cruise because of an email. So, a 66-year-old retired teacher decided to book a long cruise. She went ahead, paid for everything, and packed her bags, just like you'd expect. But then, just 2 days before she was supposed to set sail, she got an email. It asked her to fill out a health form. She figured, it's probably just an ad, so she ignored it. When she arrived at the port, the staff stopped her. They directed her straight to a medical area, and she ended up waiting there for hours, watching as everyone else boarded the ship. She almost missed her ship, all because of that one email. So, today, most cruise lines require health forms before you set sail, and by the year 2025, This will just be the normal way for all cruises. Health checks aren't just done at the port anymore. Cruise lines really want to have your information early. This, honestly, helps stop sickness from spreading on the ship. You know, just one sick person can end up making a lot of people ill really fast. Usually you'll get an email maybe 2 or 3 days before your cruise. It just asks some simple health questions. If you do not fill it out, your booking is flagged. This can delay you or even stop you from boarding. The fix is easy. 3 days before your cruise, check your email carefully. If you see a health form, fill it out right away. It only takes a few minutes. When booking, be sure to ask, do I need to complete a health form before the cruise and what papers should I bring? This simple step really helps you prepare and avoid stress. Now let's talk about saving money. So, a 69-year-old couple called the cruise line to check on their loyalty status, and during the call, the agent actually mentioned a senior discount on drink packages. Interestingly, there was no sign of this discount anywhere online. Just by asking, they managed to save almost $500. Many cruise lines, believe it or not, offer hidden discounts for guests over 65. These discounts just aren't shown on the website. You must call the loyalty department and ask. About 30 to 60 days before your cruise, call and say, I am over 65 and a loyalty member. Are there any discounts for seniors on drink packages? Sometimes the first agent says no. You can call again later. Different agents can find different offers. Now let us talk about travel insurance. On some cruises, especially those to remote places like Alaska, guests over 70 may need medical travel insurance. Medical emergencies at sea are, honestly, very expensive. A helicopter rescue can cost over $100,000. Some cruise lines now require proof of insurance before boarding. Always ask before final payment. Do guests over 70 need travel insurance for this cruise? Choose insurance with medical evacuation coverage. Next is a helpful surprise. On many ships, guests over 65 can ask for a free medical visit during the first day. This visit can help check your medications and answer health questions. You must ask for it. The staff will not offer it first. Go to guest services and say, I am over 65 and would like a free medical consultation. Bring a list of your medications. Now let us talk about boarding. If standing is hard for you, ask politely at check-in. Many seniors are moved to shorter lines. You can say, I am over 65 and standing for long periods is difficult. Asking is not rude, it really is reasonable. Another quiet perk, actually, is cabin upgrades. If you're over 65, cruising alone, and loyal to the cruise line, you may get a free upgrade if cabins are empty. About 30 days before your cruise, it's a good idea to call and let them know, I am a solo traveler over 65. Please keep me in mind if any upgrades become available. And finally, let's talk about shore excursions. Quite a few seniors can actually get discounts on excursions, but here's the thing, those deals are usually only available if you book while you're on the ship. So, online prices usually do not show senior discounts. When you're on board, just head over to the excursion desk with your ID and ask, I am over 65. Are there senior prices for these tours? This, honestly, can save you a lot of money. Okay, before your next cruise, just remember these 5 steps. First, measure your mobility devices. Second, complete your health forms early. Third, don't forget to ask for senior discounts. Fourth, request boarding help if you need it. And finally, try to book your excursions on board, whenever possible. Cruising after 65 is still absolutely wonderful. You just need to, cruise a little smarter. Hey, you earned these benefits, so make sure to use them. I will see you in the next video.